guys, so today's Saturday. I didn't put out a Friday health vlog or Friday health tip. So, as I was driving right now, and I thought about something I was going to mention, yesterday, but I guess the day went, faster than I thought I would have time for. Anyway, today I had a client that came over. He got his massage. Actually, he came a little earlier, 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks? It'll be 2 weeks earlier than what he was supposed to come. And it's kind of good because he realized, after following a guide that he actually respects when it comes to bodybuilding and gaining weight so far as muscle, is that when, I guess, the interview, the guy was at the doctor's office, getting his checkup or whatever, and he was asking him, like, why is it that you're, for your age and for what you do, lifting heavy, why is it that you're, I want to park there, but I may have to park there. I'm going over Jackie's house. Oh no, I can park right here, or I can park right there. I think I'll park right here. It's easier. And so he was, what did he say? He was like, it's because I do soft tissue work. And so that hinted to my client that the importance of getting soft tissue when you're breaking down your muscles like that. So, of course, he hit me up. He hit me up to see about coming in prior to his original appointment. And, like I told him, I said, it's investing in because at first he was like, yeah, I guess I should start coming twice a month. I said, well, yeah, if you're investing in your own health. So, if you want to build muscle, then yeah, you got to take care of it, because a lot of people keep talking about, oh, they old, he's like, I'm 40s now, whatever. And I'm like, that really, the age thing, I'm seeing more and more people use it as a cop-out. And the only reason why you feel that way has not really to do with your age, because I have so many clients that are 50s, 60s, 70s, and their age is not stopping them from doing stuff. And people are like, oh, I got the arthritis. It's not the arthritis, it's just, I don't know. That's a whole nother tangent. But anyway, people, arthritis is a symptom. It's not necessarily a real diagnosis. It's a symptom. They're just telling you that your body is inflamed in that part of the body, which means that if it's in that part of the body, your whole body is probably inflamed. It's just attacking that part specifically more. Maybe because of the wear and tear, whatever, breakdown. So, said all that to say is, I guess my health tip today is going to be, take care of yourself, do your due diligence. You can't expect your body to work the way you want it to work and perform if you don't actually, do what you need to do to, keep it going. You can't abuse it and then expect it to, be nurtured. So if you have to go get a massage twice a month because you know that you're not just having stress from work and day to day, you're adding on stuff like working out, doing weights, and those are all stresses. So how do you balance that? How do you balance that stress? So that's the one tip. The other thing that came to my heart was yesterday. Parents. Parenting is a beast, you never realize how much you could jack your child up as a parent when you haven't did some self-reflection and some self-care yourself. You tend to perpetuate, let's say, traditions, cultural traditions. So there's family traditions that you do within your own immediate family. Then there's cultural traditions that's within your culture. And people, stick to them like biblical. Never really taking the time to think about, does this suit me? Is this for me? Because if it's not for you, if it's not, helping you and making your life easier, then you may need to reevaluate and don't do it. There's so many cultures that I deal with, and I hear their stresses over things that are really like trivial, because my mom wants me, because that's in our culture. But they're the ones that's stressing out, and they're the ones that's not even wanting to do it, so you can't allow, I don't care if it's your mama, your daddy, or whatever, you can't allow their desires to be put upon you if that's not the life that you want to live. It's just you're living for them and not living for yourself. Now, you may come to the same conclusion as them, maybe down the line or whatever, but if you don't work that out yourself, you're going to be miserable, because you're going to continue to live life for other people. I know myself, I think from a child, I've been one to follow rules out of respect, even when there were times inside I didn't agree, because that's not the way I believe. That's not the way my mind thinks. It's not the way I process. But out of respect, I did what I was told. Now that I'm an adult, I definitely see that I have taken more of an approach of, I care about what I believe more so than someone else. And that's making me happier. I was an internalizer, so I may not have shown certain things, but as I'm doing a lot of energy work and processing certain things, I see that internalizing things was not dealing with things. You just put a cap on it, set it up on the shelf, and you kept moving, which created me to be more of a busybody when it came to different things. And so it's not until, I slowed down and actually looking at things and wanting to learn and process things so that it's not an issue. Or, when people have triggers, those are things that, you kind of be like, oh, okay, guess I didn't finish dealing with that, or I never even addressed that situation. So kind of look at yourself and evaluate certain things. And the reason I brought up parenting is because a lot of parents don't realize that from birth to 7 is where your child is going to have all of the way that they think about life, of who they are, their confidence, and all that kind of stuff. That's all you got till 7. So, if you're telling your child they ain't gonna be nothing, and talking to them disrespectfully, shut up, all that yelling, and that's all energy, right? That's energy coming from you that's going into that child. You're not teaching them how to actually communicate, talk, use their words. You know what I mean? And as well as things like just because they're little doesn't mean that. Now I know, because I've been in a situation myself where I'm like, oh Jesus, yeah, I see how parenting can be make you want to knock somebody's block off. But at the same time, I Hold, please. Someone's calling. Okay. I'm at my friend's house. She's like, okay, where's she at? Anyway, just to finish it off is just a note to parents. Just know if you have issues that you have not dealt with yourself, from your own parents, from your own siblings, from your whatever, just know that pushing through is not the answer. Get some help, and use it as an example so that your child can actually see that you're getting some help, so they can understand how to process things and deal with things, versus acting like you have to shield your children for so many things. I kind of like the approach that my parents did. For the most part, well, as a child, you're always going to find something that somebody could have did better. But for the most part, I would say my parents did a good job of raising us as girls, 3 girls, to be very independent, self-thinkers. Now, like I said, everybody has something. But as I am as an adult and processing things that hadn't been processed since I was an internalizer and a good girl, I'm seeing how I could be further along in life than I am, but it's not too late, I mean, as you're an adult, you're an adult. Like my dad used to say, your parents do the best they can, and then as an adult, you can make your own decisions. So, that's that freedom of breaking free of the norms of families. You are an adult and you can make your own decisions. You can't no longer use the excuse of, well, my parents this and my parents that, or that's the way I was raised. It could be true, but they did the training the best that they could. Now, as you are an adult, you can choose to see it as value, or see it as, okay, well, I think there's another way of doing certain things, and processing it that way too. So I will get off this now. So I gave you a mental, emotional, and I gave you a physical aspect of things to think about, but it all goes back to self-care. I'm talking to so many clients, and a lot of people are really just taking the time to pause and give back to themselves, because so many people are so depleted. They're giving and giving and giving. And this is not just women, because even though we're the natural nurturers, I say to men too, taking time to learn about nutrition for themselves, because before it was the women cook the food, and so of course they got the benefit of it because they're eating that food. Statistically, I read something that said that men that are single die faster than men that are with someone, because of course men usually don't cook. But nowadays, shoot, men are cooking, chefing, and all that kind of stuff. And you look even on TV, you can see a lot of the chefs. Chefs have always kind of been men on TV, but the ones that are actually doing more healthy foods and stuff like that, and information, you see it. You see the change of time. So take the time and be good to yourself mentally and emotionally, as well as physically. And one more note, everybody always works on the physical. If our world actually took the time more to work on the mental and emotional states of ourselves, man, this whole world would be so much better, because you will learn tactics and skill sets to just be more authentic with people as well as yourself. So that's my tidbit for today. All right, bye.